is Vicky, also known as Dragonfly7673. You're watching DragonflySoars. This is Monday, April 1st, and because today is the first day of our April Diamond Birthstone Along, the title name is Sparkle. So, I'm sorry if it's a little noisy. I have the window open. I got home and my upstairs is really, really warm. So even though it's not really warm enough outside to have the windows open, it needed to be cooled down. Plus, the cats are happy because they have an open window. Best friend is going to be here soonish. He is going to come in quietly, he says, and not say anything until he knows that the coast is clear. But because of that, I'm going to try and kind of go through things quickly. So, first things first, our March Birthstone Along had 80 entries. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that on one of these we can get, I'm hoping, we get up over 100, but 80 entries is awesome. I did finish the baby blanket. But the reason I'm recording late is because I just went to the post office and mailed off last week's Podiversary prizes and the baby blanket. So I can't show you in person, but I'm going to show you a picture here. So I am really happy with how that came out. That picture was actually taken after I threw it in the washer and dryer, and it still looks great. So that was made out of Knit Picks Brava Worsted, which is their acrylic blend. And it got a little fuzzy in the wash, but it came out so soft. It didn't seem not soft when I was knitting with it. It was a nice yarn to work with. Sometimes some acrylics will hurt my hands. This one never did. And even when I was doing cables. So, but after I threw it in the washer and the dryer, so soft. I mean, it was just like cuddly soft. But I mailed that out to baby Benjamin, so I can't show you now. Like I said, I also mailed the 2 Podiversary prizes. I was going to do that this weekend, but when I knew I was going to have to mail the blanket, I decided to save myself an extra trip, so I did everything today. And I want to show you the cutest picture. For the Snuggles prizes, one of the people that won was Charity Rose. And I had she won, and I thought it was funny because her cat was sitting on the snuggle that she made, so it was already kitty approved. Well, she won the kitty project bag, and I have to show you these pictures. So apparently the project bag is also kitty approved. I'm not sure she's going to actually get to use the project bag because they seem to have adopted it. But I love those 2 pictures, and I asked her permission to post them. Actually, she had sent me one, and I asked her permission, and she said, sure, and here's another one with the other cat. So I thought it was pretty cute. So my other aquamarine was this yarn here. Now this was the Wakaya alpaca that was in like the blue-green, dark blue, light blue, and kind of a teal green, and all together it came out this really absolutely perfect aquamarine color. Super soft because of it's 100% alpaca. I Navajo plied it, so essentially it's 3 plies, and it's about a DK weight. This weekend, my son went home on Saturday. I thought he was going home on Sunday, but apparently he wanted to go Saturday. And when I had him call my dad to ask about, meeting us, my dad said, well, we were always meeting on Saturday, so I'm not sure when I missed this, but whatever. my parents live about 2 hours away, and there is a spot almost smack dab in the middle where we can meet. So then it's only an hour for both of us. I bought my dad lunch, and then we both went back our separate ways, and my son went with him. When I got home, I started organizing my stash. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but it's one of those projects that you can't have other people around. You know, I was like dumping stuff all over the floor, the bed, sorting it, making sure stuff was in Ravelry, changing my mind where I wanted it, resorting it. So I spent about 6 hours on Saturday and another huge big chunk on Sunday. But I got everything, except for some really old stuff from before I bought this condo, almost 4 years ago. Everything is organized. And part of this is because, I'm jumping all over today, sorry. Part of this is because on Saturday we're going to YarnCon in Chicago, and then the agreement is he will go with me to YarnCon, and then we will go to IKEA. Because this was the only weekend we had, this is the only full weekend we have together where neither one of us had plans on Saturday and Sunday, and I just couldn't say, well, I want to ditch you for yarn. So instead I said, why don't you come with me? And then he said, how about we go to IKEA at the same time, because you've been wanting to go, which I think is his way of getting me out of YarnCon. But this is the first time we're braving a Yarny event. But I wanted to organize everything because I was trying to figure out if I needed another bookshelf. Now, I don't know if you can see back there the bookshelves I have. I have 3 IKEA bookshelves that have my yarn, and they had big empty spaces. On Saturday, when I got done what I was going to get done, I emailed and said, okay, we're going to have to take the truck. I need another bookshelf. On Sunday, when I actually finished, I went, you know what? Maybe I don't need another bookshelf. And now he's going, well, maybe you should get one anyway, because there's still stuff in the closet. And so tonight he's supposed to help me decide whether or not I need another bookshelf. Partially because it's kind of like we don't go to IKEA often. So I think he's kind of thinking that if I'm going to go, maybe I should just get it. The good and the bad of doing all this sorting is, one, I found the other prize for the pot of Richery contest. So we're actually going to draw for this today so I can mail it and be done with it. So stick with me. The bad is I got a severe case of startitis. Like I kept looking at stuff and I would remember what it was I wanted to do with it or how much I loved it, and I was looking going, wow, some people kind of have a color they're drawn to. Tiff, if given her way, will tend towards purples and turquoise. Those are her favorite colors. That's kind of where she goes. She has branched out a lot, but those are kind of, you know, most people kind of gravitate towards something. I looked at my stash. I am all over the place. If it is pretty and bright or sparkly or whatever, I like it. So my stuff is all over. But I did find a project for April. I had spinning projects, but no knitting projects. And I found one, and this leads me to something. Okay. This is the start of a scarf. This is the picture that came with it, so it gives you an idea of what it looks like. There's no instructions for this little knotted thing, so I don't think it's really part of it. Maybe it was like another kit. But the scarf is the bottom, and then you knit to the halfway point, and then you do the other one. Stop that. So, actually what you do is they give you these beads, and there's 2 hanks. So this is the second hank. So it says to thread on all of the beads from the first hank. And in the instructions, they had this really snazzy way of tying this string to the yarn and just sliding it off to transfer it. And I thought, wow, cool, that's going to work great. Except for the beads they gave me, the holes are not big enough to do that. If I knot the hank thread once, the bead won't go over it. Not to mention putting this through. So I had in my stash, I don't know if you're even going to be able to see this bead threader. I don't even know where I got it from. I'm rewatching Doctor Who from, not the old Doctor Who, but the new revamped Doctor Who, starting with Doctor Number 9. I'm rewatching Doctor Who from the beginning because for a long time I didn't have BBC America, so there are a lot of episodes that even if I've seen them, I saw them really way out of order. And there's a lot of episodes I'm already finding that I missed. Threading these beads took 4 Doctor Who episodes. And that's just to get through the first half. So anyway, it's not hard. It's garter stitch with beads in between. You can buy the pattern online. Frankly, now that when I bought this, I was a new knitter. I'm not even sure. I think I bought it at the Bead and Button Show and not at like Stitches or anything. I'm pretty sure I bought it at the Bead and Button Show. Anyway, it's really simple. And these days I would just reverse engineered it. But anyway, it's mindless. It's sparkly, which brought me to my point. April Sparkle. It can be sparkly yarn. You know, most of us have some sort of yarn with sparkle in our stash. I don't have any handy. I put it all away. Sparkly fiber that you're spinning. Or you can add sparkle with beads, sequins, etc. So, this is my sparkle project. The yarn is not sparkly. The project is. That came up because somebody on the board was saying, but I don't have anything with sparkle. And I said, maybe you could add beads. And then Allison, whose wonderful idea with this all was, said, ooh, beads! So, as long as we're talking about Allison, her Ravelry name is Azad. I don't actually know how you're supposed to pronounce that. She can tell me later. A-Z-A-D. She is donating the prize for this month. Let me stop and post a picture of that project and of the prize yarn before we go much further. Alright. The yarn name is a reference to Firefly. And she lives in Australia. So she actually has the yarn. And when we have a winner at the end of the month, she will mail it directly. Because we just figured it was better for her to do that than to mail it to me and then me to mail it to somebody else. Then we're paying. She's going to pay for postage whether she's mailing it to me or mailing it to the prize winner. So she figured, why not save me the extra mailing. So, my other items. As long as we're talking about the birthstone along, I will show you my spinning. I started this the other day. I'm going to post pictures because it's really hard to see here because it was the sparkly yarn. It was fiber from Aunt Peggy's closet that I said I want to get done before YarnCon. It was black, pink, black, pink. Well, I ended on the black section. What I did is I just did it in strips. So it should gradiate. I'll post pictures real quick. So, I will tell you, I had a terrible time with this yarn. And it is, in some places, it's really thin, and in some places, it's really thick. this was not my favorite yarn to spin. And Aunt Peggy now doesn't sell fiber anymore. She only sells her hand-spun art yarn. And a couple of people said, wow, this would make really great art yarn. They're probably right. And because that's what she does, that's probably what it was prepped for. I'm going to Navajo ply, see what I get. I think it's going to be a heavy worsted, possibly even up to a bulky. And then I may just knit a quick hat out of it and be done with it. But anyway, there is more color to it than this, but if I had been thinking, I would have, well, I didn't take pictures along the way because I was spinning in the evening and I can't get good pictures. And so, anyway, I got the singles done, and then I just kind of held on to it because I wasn't doing any spinning this past weekend. So, and now I can ply it and it'll be finished in April. I am more looking forward to this bat. This is from Knitting Color, and I got this at Stitches last year. And it kept kind of calling to me, and it's got sparkles. This is 4.5 ounces. It's called Quick Sizzle. Angelina, Firestar, which are, I don't know the difference. They're both sparkly stuff. Merino, milk fiber, and nylon. So, it seems to not be as sticky. The other one, I don't know how to describe it, but it felt like a sticky fiber. So I'm hoping that this should spin better. I mean, just feeling it feels like it will spin better. It's not as compressed. The other one was really compressed, and if I had been thinking I should have fluffed it some more as I got going, I started fluffing it more and it went better. But still, it just wasn't pleasant. My hands hurt by the time I was done with the other one. So I just kind of want to get it done now. So this is my other April spinning. I've also been working on the TGV. I'm right in the middle of a row. I just started the ribbing. I mean, this was all garter. This is ribbing. I had exactly half a ball when I started this. When I started the ruffles, so it is what it is. It will probably be what I use for meetings now that the baby blanket is done. And then I just heard best friend come home, so let's see. I'm going to post a picture of that. You know what? I never posted a picture of this. I'm going to post that here too. I know it's kind of an awkward place, but I don't want to go back and cut. I just want myself in the nose. Alright. Stuff from the mail. I told you that I had pre-ordered from Hippie Penguin Fiber Art the Holding the Sticks colorway. Holding the Sticks is a podcast by Emily. She described this on her podcast as red, true green, and kind of a purple color. The color she calls true green to me looks kind of evergreen, almost a teal. I don't know. Either way, I think it's really pretty. And it's one of the podcaster colorways that Hillary is doing. And like I said, I think depending on how this round goes, we'll decide if she does more of these. I also told you I ordered from Lemknit Crochets. I ordered from Cyborg's Craft Room by Megan. This sock color without borders. And part of the proceeds go to Lemknit Crochet's fundraiser, which is now over. She actually just said yesterday that she recorded and drew winners, but she hadn't posted it when I looked. But So it's done, but she was raising money for in honor of her friend Josh. Also, I had won one of the prizes on Sadie's drawing for the Snuggles. So, she sent me, this is Madeline Tosh GK in the Scarlet colorway, and she sent me a Yarnerboard bag, which I've been keeping everything in. So, that was very exciting. I like the bag. I mean, it's just a nice bag. Although, when I was cleaning out my stash, I did decide that maybe I don't need any more bags, which is kind of funny since I ordered a sweater size bag from Lois Knitting's My Bag, which she shipped it today, so it should be coming. It might be here by the next time I record. Okay, that is everything to show you. I'm going to post pictures of those right here. I gotta say, you know, I always post in pictures of my yarn in my stash. For some reason, I just assumed that if I did that, I also put it on Ravelry. I was surprised at how much stuff had not gotten to Ravelry. And I actually thought I had taken it to Ravelry because I even deleted the pictures off my iPad. So I had to take new pictures of a bunch of stuff. Some stuff from even before Christmas. I mean, there was not a lot, but a lot more than I thought. So, all right, let's draw for the prizes. For the March Aquamarine, Mavie donated this stitch marker set. There are 6 stitch markers just like this. They're Aquamarine. They are from Lum Tree Etsy shop. This is paper, so I'm sorry that it's bent up. It was bent up when I got it because it was actually everything was kind of all inside. And it comes with this cute little bag. The bag actually was shipped flat. To be honest, when I first saw it, I didn't realize what it was, and I had to go on the website and figure out. And I went, oh, you pull the strings, and it makes a cute little bag. It was actually flat enough that the strings weren't obvious. So, and I was a little afraid I was going to do something stupid to it. So, oh, hi. Why don't you go say hi to? Why don't you go say hi? So 6 Aquamarine stitch markers with the case from Lum Tree. There were 2 through 81 is the birthstone along. I locked it this morning. All right. 2 through 81. Generate. Ooh, 77. So it'll be near the end. I don't even have to change pages because that's where I was at. 77 is, oh, Willow Fairy. That's Helena. She does the Willow Fairy Knits podcast. And in this case, she was doing a baby hat for a work colleague, but she's actually been doing a lot of baby stuff because she is expecting soon. So, Helena, I actually have your address, I think. Send me a message with your address. I think I have your new one, but I might be wrong. So, Helena wins this. It strikes me as funny because we're going to send something to Australia, and then Allison, at the end of the month, is going to send something from Australia. All right, and then I said that we are going to, mostly because I don't want to lose these again. I bought these at Rhinebeck. They are stitch markers from Jenny the Potter. On the front side, they are all just a little different. And on the back side, they're actually numbered. In case you want to keep track, or if you're following some of the Cat Bordy patterns, she'll actually tell you to put different numbers or letters or things like that. There are 10 stitch markers here. So, Jenny the Potter is the one that makes the mugs that everybody fights over and tries to get at events. You know, there's like a long line outside and then the rest of us can never get them. That would be them. I didn't get a mug. I just got you guys stitch markers. And I've been, every time I plan to give them away, I can't remember what I did with them. So, in the Potiversary thread, yes, this has been locked, but there were 2 through 75 was the entries. Okay. 2 through 75. And the number is 23. Sorry. I was on the last page and it's on the first page. Oop. No. 20. I thought it sounded familiar. That's funny. 23 is Nimrodita, and she won last week. She won the Unique Sheep gradient set, and while I love her, I already mailed her package. She doesn't get another one. So let's see what we get for another. That's funny that she got drawn twice, though. She must have really been destined to win something. All right, our next one is 36. Oh, I know why it's slow. When I'm at work, I turn the Wi-Fi off because it tries to connect to our work Wi-Fi, but our firewall blocks stuff. But it's still on 3G, which doesn't work. It works okay, but not as great. 36 is Spin-Un Lady. I've never actually known how she wants that pronounced, but Spin-Un Lady. And she posts frequently. So that is Leona, and she's from Atlanta. So Leona, please send me your full name and address so I can mail these out. And Helena, get in touch with me for these. And I think that is it. That means I can sign off and go talk to best friend, show him what a nice job I did organizing everything, and then start processing stuff, and then we can go figure out dinner. So I will talk to you guys all next week. Sparkly stuff, blingy stuff, beads, whatever. That's April. So you got a lot of color choices. And I know sparkle's hard to photograph. Do your best. We'll trust you. Bye now.